Sunday, August 14th, 2022. It's the final day of the WNBA regular season, and there's a full slate of 6 games to cap off an extended 36-game regular season. 4 teams are still in the running for the final 2 spots in the WNBA playoffs, and the number 1 seed is still in play for the top 2 teams. Everyone tipping off this afternoon have something to fight for. Well, almost everyone. WNBA fans across the country were strapped to their couch, ready for what was sure to be an entertaining afternoon of basketball. But what we didn't know was that we were about to witness history. We start the day at 1 p.m. at the Mohegan Sun Arena in Connecticut, where the number 3 seed Connecticut Sun look to secure a victory and stay alive for a higher seed in the playoff. Meanwhile, the Minnesota Lynx are on the outside of the playoff picture, looking to secure a win and get some help to get a playoff spot of their own. This game has added significance as it was the last regular season game for 14-year vet and certified league legend Sylvia Fowles. Going in, her team wanted to do everything they could to make sure that this final regular season game wouldn't be the last game of Sylvia's illustrious WNBA career. Early in the second quarter, the Lynx are down by 12 and need a bit of a spark if they have a prayer of competing against the Sun. And then, this happens.
Then it still was a difficult finish because there was a player between Jones and the basket.
Lindsay Allen hits a 3. Now, Lindsay Allen is not known as a three-point shooter. You can tell by the way the Sun played her on this possession that they were just as shocked as anyone else. But today, Lindsay didn't care about what the scouting report said, and she wasn't done shooting.
Connecticut has gotten out and run. They have done damage in the paint as well as Allen buries another 3. Jones having her way in this first half, 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 10 minutes off the bench. Allen buries yet another 3.
She may actually.
Yeah. Allen hits the 3. Flinging it up dangerously. Allen will pull and get the roll.
She is doing things outside of the scouting report, but they're working together on how do we defend her individually and collectively as she knocks down another one.
And just like that, Lindsay Allen, who hit 6 3-pointers during the entire 2020 season, just hit 6 3-pointers in a single game. Now, hitting 6 or more 3-pointers in a game is a relatively rare feat in a WNBA season. For some perspective, this plot shows the number of games with 6 or more made 3-pointers for every WNBA season dating back to the league's inception in 1997. As you can see, it's not something that happens every day. To go 6 of 7 from 3, as Lindsay Allen did, is even rarer. The last 2 to do it were Arike Ogunbowale in 2020 and Rebecca Allen in 2019. This places Lindsay Allen's performance in some pretty elite shooting company, high volume on immaculate efficiency. While Lindsay Allen was shocking us with uncharacteristic 3-pointers, Marine Johannes was lacing up her sneakers for a high-stakes win-and-clinch game at home against the Atlanta Dream. If they win, they're in. If they lose, they need to scoreboard watch and hope for the Mercury to beat the Sky in order to get in. Now, unlike Lindsay Allen, the scouting report on Marine Johannes tells you to guard her tight and not let her get hot from 3. She is a leading 3-point threat for the New York Liberty, and every team knows this going in. 7 minutes into the first quarter, the Dream have managed to play some solid defense and hold the Liberty to just 9 points. But then...
Billings, who missed a lot of time with injury, came back on Friday. She adds quite a rebounding.
High arcing 3, Marine Johannes. Close it up on this possession. Johannes again, high arcing. 2 threes in 2 possessions from Marine Johannes. Tracks multiple defenders, skip pass by Han Shu. Johannes fading out of bounds. She practiced that very thing in her warm-ups. Back pass, and New York's in its movement. Does she get it again? Marine Johannes 100% from the 3-point line. Came against Atlanta in June. This matchup works for her. Johannes ties a career high 5 threes.
The fact that she sets such solid screens, do you notice she tends to be open because she rolls off of those appropriately?
Off one leg! Give it to me! In the zone, Marine Johannes.
Those were absolutely nasty. Marine Johannes was so hot from three, she just started shooting threes off one leg, fading away from the basket. She went 6 of 8 from three to set a career high in three-pointers made and powered a Liberty to a playoff spot. Let's return to our plot of games with 6 or more three-pointers. In a span of about 3 hours, we just watched 2 players eclipse the elusive 6-made three-pointer mark, something that on a good year happens about once a week, just happened twice in the same afternoon, and the afternoon still wasn't over. While Marine Johannes was draining threes off of one toe, the Seattle Storm were playing in their last game against the Las Vegas Aces, a showdown against the #1 seed with the opportunity to knock them down a peg and gain some momentum heading into the playoffs. To set the tone, 7-year Storm vet Jewell Loyd, the Gold Mamba, wasted absolutely no time going in on the attack.
Switch, try to make Vegas have to think a little bit, also putting some size on Kelsey Plum. Can you believe the level of comfort? I believe she only hit 1 3 in her last 2 seasons. She's got now 31, and Jewell Loyd.
Championship, that's the only thing missing from her resume. Jewell Loyd!
People have flocked to see her play for the final time. 19 of the 23 road games for Seattle.
Abby Williams to Jewell Loyd, who just can't miss.
Wait a second. On a day where we already watched 2 players hit 6 three-pointers, can we possibly see a third player do it in the same afternoon?
In a game they need to clinch the #1 overall seed, Jewell Loyd.
Wow. In the same day, 3 players hit 6 three-pointers in a single game. Oh wait, Jewell isn't done yet.
Chelsea Gray with another bucket. Can Jewell counter? Of course she can. Jewell Loyd.
8 three-pointers for Jewell Loyd. She went 8 of 14 from 3. In a span of just 5 hours, we watched 3 players have 3 of the best three-point shooting games of the season. Depending on the year, there's between a 2 and 8% chance of a player dropping 6 or more three-pointers in a game. Something you're lucky to catch live maybe a handful of times in a season. This happened 3 times, back-to-back, on the same Sunday afternoon, in some of the most high-leverage games of the season. Well, that's all I got for this one. I'll see you in the next one.